halo going on. But where my sunshine? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Oh, guess it's already up, huh? See if I can get everything set up before everybody gets here. On my knit crate box. Isn't that sweet boy? Yo, yo. Dang, I'm sleepy. Looks like it. Looks like I'm sleepy still. Hey, Nene. Hey, Donna. Okay, live now. Let me get my settings going on here. Oh, I thought I had me down. There we go. Hey, Marie. Okay. Get all the settings done. You working today, Nay? Aw, laying in bed. You lazy thing. I would be. Trying to get up every morning fairly, somewhat early. Well, all these birdies. Oh, I thought you built one last year. Oh, I just saw a message. What was it? Hang on. Why is this always so difficult? Blunt'sville? 30 miles, maybe? Get here, Jim. What about your planter box from last year? Oh, I already asked you that. Oh, dirt. What's up, Bubs? You better come tell Nate hello. I just try to set my alarm so I can still get up somewhat decent in case I ever do go back to work. Oh, I got some kind of next level message about a sales associate. Renee. There's Beth in the background. You hear Bethy? A G-dog laying in there. Okay, so I've got to find out. Okay. I actually rode up through Bluntsville this week. I rode my motorcycle one day. Good morning, Dina. I rode my motorcycle one day this week just to, I've got this route that I take. I'll either go up to Aniana and I'll go right across to 231 to Steel and come back down 11, or I'll go up and go left on 231 and go across to Bluntsville and come back down. Pretty nice here this morning. It's still a little cool this morning. Okay, so where are my videos? And then, okay, let me get this. I don't know why. Okay, cool. May the 2nd. I just can't believe that. It's crazy. Okay, now maybe. Oh, thank you. That's part of my front yard, actually. Still here? Oh my gosh. This is awfully early to start with that mess. Okay, one more time. My channel. How do you... I need to put, okay, just trying to watch the stinking video, Cindy. Okay. Yeah, I finally mowed this week. Well, I started mowing this week because, oh, there's a pretty red bird that you're about to see probably right there. I have some of the most brilliant red birds. And then I don't know if you can see this little pink, is there any doo-doo on them? Not doo-doo, it would be peanut butter probably. This tiny little birdhouse right there. Well, I thought that, I didn't know that birds would make a house in one that wasn't stationary. But I saw little birds sitting there the other day. And then I realized yesterday that there is a mama in there sitting on a nest. Yay! I got pictures. It's one of those little bitty birds. Excuse me. I don't think you can see it from here. I've shown it in other videos. Right there. There's my red bird. Look, anybody got me blown up on a big screen? Oh, that's a female. But anyway, I hadn't really doing any crocheting this week. Making more masks. I've got these made. What's on those? Oh, polka dots and cupcakes. I bought some pretty flower fabric though. Morning, Christy. Hey. Here's the G-Man. Talladega. Supposed to be at Talladega. It's glaring on my face. Oh. What's up, big dog? What up, dog? What you smelling? You smelling Freddy? I haven't seen Freddy. So I started making these new masks. Out. Hey, Linda. I just can't cut them out very fast. What's up, bub? You better say hey to Nay. Where's Nay? Uh-oh. You had a rock in your thing. I know. Say hey, Nay. Where's Nay? Right here. Hey, look. Bub. Psst, psst, psst. Hey. You better say hello to Nay. Where's Nay? All my junk over there. Needs to go to the burn pile. Hey. Hey, Denisha. There he is. Yeah, hey, Nay Nay. Hey, Nay. Okay, so anyway. I've been cutting out masks all week. Shoot. And I changed over to do these kind instead of doing a full, okay, lay down. Instead of doing a full sheet of flannel in between because it's getting hot here. I started doing this one just down the middle, which should cover pretty good. Hey, Linda. Uh, I am just so slow at cutting out, though. I finally got a bunch of elastic. I went and got a bunch of pretty fabric. Ugh. I found some new bolts of fabric at Walmart, so I brought them out here. I'm just going to turn them while I'm sitting here. That apparently nobody had seen, and they've got chickens on them, and one of them's got foxes and a dog, and then I got some peacock, and I think we've seen them all at some point on people's videos that's doing project bags and stuff. But I took 20 more to my doctor's office. Hey, Terry. Hey, Christy. And Christy. And then, I mean, of course, there's like no solid material. See, my yard looks a lot better mowed. Except that pile of bricks I need to still move. That burning pile is getting tall. Look, oh, you can't see it from here. I'm going to end up having to take this tree down, I think. I think I'm just going to take the truck and just pull it over. But, so I found about a yard or a little more of some solid. What do the fox say? Beep, 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 beep. That is one of my cutest things. If I ever need a pick-me-up, all I have to do is watch that. What do the fox say? Beep, 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 beep. Now, I've only seen the Minion video. Isn't there a movie or something that goes along with that? Oh, I'm hearing a door down at the other house. Your uncle has already gone to work, I think. Although he got taken off for a couple of days. Ring, ding, 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 ding. What do the fox say? I could probably find that, but I'd probably get busted for copyright. So anyway, I found a piece, a little over a yard, of some solid green material, cotton, that somebody had cut and they didn't come back and get it. So I grabbed that too. I mean, it's just crazy. I wish we still had fabric stores. So yeah, I need to iron it and put the pleats in it, but that's 2 layers of cotton and then flannel in the middle. And it's like baby flannel, so it's kind of thin. So, but I took 20 more to my doctor's office this week. And they loved it. They're just, they're not complaining about their ears hurting. They're not, but this elastic that my sister sent is a lot softer. What do the fox say? Now if we could just get Freddie cutting across the yard. I haven't seen him since that day I told you, oh, I guess the last storm we had. Freddie come cutting across the yard like, hey, hang on, sir. What are you jumping up for like that? What do the fox say? I think it's Talladega weekend, Renee. Sad. I can't find anything I mean, there's no material. There's no fat quarters left anywhere. Uh, and the only Walmart that actually cuts material is where I found that chicken material. And like I say, I can't remember who it was that we saw. What is it, Bub? You're not attached to anything. What are you doing? What's the matter? But two, I don't have, hey, Lorley, you were just asking about me this morning, last night. We were in a live together somewhere, weren't we? But there's no fabric anywhere, Linda. I mean, there's literally no fabric anywhere. But, I mean, you see it is kind of thin, but it is 2 layers of cotton, 100% cotton. And then it is flannel in the middle. But yesterday, when I went to get Mama, that mask that I had that had, see, this still covers you. And then this, I'll wash it again anyway. This will be, I've got to fold my pleats. Hey, you. Hey, hey, hey. What are you doing there, sir? Oh, come here. At least let me put you on your... Wait. Hang on. Let me chase the beast. Hang on, bud. Ah. He just takes off like I can run after him or something. So anyway... Oh no, where's my other mask? Ugh. It's too early to be bending and jumping and running. But yeah, my doctor's office is happy to be getting them. Excuse me. And the only other thing, I mean, I don't know. I think I heard that Alabama's partly opening again today. And I know Georgia did yesterday, right? Oh, I just hate that. This thing is nowhere near over. All the cows. What's up, Bob? I want to do the What Time Is Lit with Christy and Kim, but then I want to do, Sharon's Zoom group is doing the Phoenix thing, but I'm not going to pay for it. Well, I'm not that big into mandalas. And I don't even know what Holly's cow is. Oh my gosh, I was watching. Well, now, my Walmart that has all the yarn doesn't have material cutting. But let's see, the Walmart that has yarn, has the most yarn, doesn't do fabric cutting. Hey, Tina. But then the Walmart that has, the Walmart that has yarn doesn't have fabric cutting. But then the Walmart that doesn't have yarn does have a little fabric area. But they have nothing there. I mean, I was lucky to find the fabric I saw yesterday. And like I said, I had taken 20 more masks to my doctor's office, and they're just loving them. They said they're not having a problem with their ears. The one in Roebuck has yarn, Jennifer, but it doesn't have fabric cutting area. The one in Trussville has fabric cutting area. but they don't hardly have any yarn. And that's the only place I've been. I don't want to, I don't, I'm not venturing off yet. Georgia's opening back up. Alabama's partly opening back up. But this thing is nowhere near over. I mean, oh my gosh, I just hate it so bad. Because now, with these states that are opening, partly opening, um, I mean, there's just going to be there's going to be an uprise in that thing again. Good morning, Pat. I mean, woman, where my Mima would buy fabric by the. Good morning, Nancy. Oh, I know. I'm staying in. I mean, I was already pretty much a hermit, but then all this happened, and it's just like I've heard a lot of people say though. Uh, even though we've all stayed home, now that we're told that we have to, then it's just we don't want to. And I'm just turning my. I have to check Holly's. I am about 10 days behind on watching videos, and I'm watching them daylight to bed. I mean, up till down time. See, these are cupcakes. Cute. I don't know where I got that fabric. I think I might have gotten that fabric at Dollar Tree because it was rolled up. And this elastic that I got from my sister is a lot softer. So, but like I said, my doctor's office didn't say anything about their ears hurting or anything like that. I did ask her, and then I do check back in a day or two to see if they're having any problems with any of them or anything. Now, the ones I did for my doctor's office are thicker than this. I'm just doing this for people that needs to public or something because, like I said, it's just yesterday going to get Mama. That mask got hot, the one that had the flannel all the way across. And now that I'm seeing it here, I may go at least another inch wide. My main thing I was having a problem with was the, and I've changed patterns. I think I heard, yeah, none of our stores like that are open though, Linda. I mean, which I don't even know where there's a Goodwill here anymore. There used to be one over in Southside. Come here, Bub. Come here. Or Avondale. Come here. Let me undo you. Come here. Come here. Oh, thanks for coming, Marie. We'll be here a little while, I guess, if you get a chance to come back. Have a good weekend. Looks like it's going to be pretty here. But anyway, yeah, I'm making, my problem with these was that when I would do them like this, and I'm just turning them inside out because I got to sew them, and then when I go to do the pleats, when I would sew over the pleats, it would just drag my machine, it would drag my machine down, and then a couple of the fabrics, yeah, I think that's what I did here, except now that I see them, I may wear one out. Well, I don't know. Uh, I don't know that I'm going anywhere today. Mama came home yesterday, but she's still worried about a knot that's in that spot. Come here, bub. Let me. His chain is like right up under him. I hate. Okay. There we go. You're okay. You're okay. No, lay back down. You can lay back down. You're okay. But yeah, that flannel was where I was sewing over the pleats. I was bending needles and um, I was pinning them when I would iron the pleats, but it was oh, is Pat having to go too? All right, Pat, thank you for coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Goliath. Hang on, Bob. Hang on. You're getting across me here. Oh, my gosh. Okay, go over there and lay down. Dang it, Goliath. Come on now. Lay down. Yeah, he's supposed to take off across the dang yard, I think. Come here. Oh, Lord. See, I tried to get out here before he woke up. Goliath, come here. Turn around. Ow, you're on my foot. With pleats first and put back in flannel on. Well, it needs to pleat with it, right? Well, I think this thing with the flannel just in the middle is going to help some. I just keep doing it in phases, and I mean, I cut a lot of them. I cut a lot and got them to this point, so now I have to, oh, look at my halo. Okay, Lorelei, yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to have to get some more. But I do need to go out. Well, I'm waiting to hear from Mama to see if she needs to go back to the doctor again today. Because she came home yesterday. Good morning, Joyce. Because she's worried about that knot still in her leg. She had an aneurysm in her incision where it was bleeding between the layers of skin. So they went in yesterday, and she says she doesn't know if they injected it with something and then or sucked it out and me not being able to be there. Good morning, Carrie. Me not being able to be there, of course. I can't ask questions, but when she went for her appointment the other day and her doctor walked her out, I knew she was probably about to go back to the hospital. And he explained to me what they were going to do, and it sounded to me like they were going to bust it up. And what kind of bird is that? I'm a female redbird again. Got to fill my feeders back up. Hey, Sherry Kay. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to hear from her this morning because she still had that knot. She went home. I picked her up yesterday, which was home. My truck wouldn't start again. What in the world? Why did my messages come up when I'm not even... I hope that just didn't take me out. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I hope she gets better soon too, because I mean, I hate her having to deal with it. Plus, now that we can't go to the hospital and sit with her and anything, that just kills me more. Well, and two, because I ask questions. Sometimes she doesn't like that. Because sometimes Doc says, stop eating a box of fiddle faddle at a time. And I'm like, Mama, you're not getting any more fiddle faddle out of a whole box. Here's 3 pieces. I can't do that to her. But yeah, I got that material the other day, and I mean, I don't know how many more of these masks to make, because I mean, if people start thinking they can just go out and about without anything. Yesterday, I forgot my mask when I went to get Mama at 4. I was going to get Mama at 4. I was leaving early. I was going to leave early and go get a wheelbarrow, because I saw one at Ace Hardware. Cheap. I mean, cheap-ish. It wasn't $70 like everywhere else. Hey, Teresa. So I was going to leave early, go get that, and then go sit and wait on Mama. And I got my truck, and it wouldn't start again. So I had to fly on my motorcycle. I had to go on my motorcycle. Thank God the weather was good. Thank God I had the money. I mean, but uh, that's why I say this week has just $100'd me to death. Between having to get a battery for the lawnmower, get my tire fixed for the lawnmower, go buy garden tools that somebody else broke, stuff like that. It is just tore me up. Got me some tomato plants, Tina. Got us some tomato plants. And even those are outrageous. They're like $4 a piece for these little short, these little plants about this tall. I got 2 tomato plants called Goliath. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to, Linda. But I had to get Mama. I had to pick Mama up yesterday, so I was in a hurry. So I had to go buy a battery charger. I had to go on my motorcycle, buy a battery charger, or like a quick jump and a battery charger. Come back home, get that all together, and then go get Mama. Left the car running, left the truck running the whole time, and then they said they were just going to walk her at 4, not actually let her go. Yeah, Jennifer, but I just didn't need to spend another $100. And then, well, the reason I had to go buy it was because, of course, there's been one in the garage up here for ever, until I needed it yesterday. Apparently, somebody came and got that. Jeez, it's been crazy. And then, where's Renee? I'm in Alabama, Carrie. No, Mama wouldn't ride the bike. Hey, Sandy. But yeah, I had to fly to O'Reilly's on my motorcycle, and I forgot my mask. It wasn't in my bag. Uh, but I mean, I stayed away from everybody. They've got everybody all separated from everybody and all that good stuff. But anyway, it was just a pretty good inconvenience. hearing a cow or a bull bellowing back over, and something's got some cows stirred up over there. I haven't heard them yet. Yeah, it's a little cool this morning here, Teresa, but it's not like it has been really cool a few days this week. So here these turned inside out. So I just have to sew pleats in them. Well, another problem I was having with these was I didn't realize these were so thin either, but this is all of this material. Um, so I just have to sew pleats in it. And that was another thing. My pleats, I was using quilting clips to hold it down, to hold my pleats down and everything, which was all good. But then my pleats were getting sideways when I was sewing them. So then I started pinning them again, and they're still getting sideways. I don't know. They still work. They do their job. Two, having to sew the thing up at the top is a little bit better. Um, I keep hearing car doors and all that stuff. I don't know what I'm hearing. Anyway, um, but after I had gotten a battery and fixed my motorcycle, fixed my lawnmower. Where did Renee go? I hope this doesn't disconnect me. Renee. Okay, all these messages. I need to just close Messenger, I guess, when I start to do lives, because I think that's what keeps knocking me out of. Yeah, Mama wouldn't write it. No, Teresa. Um. So anyway, after I just bought a battery for my lawnmower last week, right? $100 for that. That's why I say this last week or two is $100 me to death. Which tree? That is a bird feeder, and that is a bird house. Um, and that's a little birdhouse I found actually a bird sitting in yesterday with eggs. And I didn't think that they would, that's just like a little decorative house I got at Dollar General or something. I didn't think that they would, but even though I get decorative birdhouses, I make sure their hole's big enough for birds. See the red bird right there? Anybody's got it on a big screen? That's a female. And I've got another bird I need to check to see what kind it is. See my poison oak? The feeder does. Uh-huh. Anyway, those are little, my birds are bluebirds. And, or they may be robins. They're little. Anyway, I think, I'm pretty sure they're bluebirds. Um, but I heard those babies, just going to go because I know that's aggravating. It's aggravating me too. Then I don't know what I have said or what is getting cut off. Um, anyway, so after I fixed my lawnmower and used it, like I have mentioned before, uh, and I had to have a battery. My tire was flat. It had something in it, and one of the blades under it, about a quarter of it is just gnarled off. How does that even happen? And that's what I said in one of my posts. I was like, I guess somebody had to trim their rock garden or something. But then, after I did all that and cried about all that, and then I bought tarps to put on the roof, and he helped me do that, but I'll figure that one out too. Then I come in from somewhere one day. Oh, I guess taking Mama back from, where did I get her from last week? Oh, from her getting her medicine or something, I think. And then I come in and somebody, the person that tore my lawnmower up, has a brand new lawnmower. I mean, really? After you tore mine up? Whatever. Whatever. Am I still connected? But other than the mask, like I said, I've got my doctor's office um, made. And I've already taken them their second batch of 20. And then now I guess I'm just going to make some. I've given my mail lady a couple right here. I may have to go get more, though. It's running low here. Hey, Linnell. Yep, it is a nice morning here. And yeah, just waiting to hear from Mama to see if she have to go back to the doctor, because two things. I called a buddy of mine to see if. Okay, Goliath, come on, get out from between my feet. There we go. Lay down. Okay, lay down. Well, no, Linda, the thing about it was this is a whole long thing, but I guess we got nothing but time. I got a second job. Okay, my lovely brother, the one that I'm always, literally a lawnmower. Come here, Goliath. Uh-oh. Let me detach him. Hang on. Okay, we had a lawnmower together here, and he had gotten it from somewhere. This was a few years ago. Hey, Karen. And oh, you ought to see him now that he's lost some teeth, Jennifer. Oh, good God. And he blames it on Mimi and Pawpaw. Anyway, so several years ago, we had a lawnmower together that he acquired somehow. And I was buying the parts for it because, of course, he wasn't working, right? And didn't for years and years and years. Well, anyway, so one day, I don't even remember what it was, but he said I was not to get on that lawnmower, even though I had bought the parts for it and everything. So I would have to actually take off work to come home. Lay down, Bob. Lay down. So anyway, he proceeded to come up out of a dead, crack-induced sleep and snatch me off of that lawnmower in the moment, Goliath, what is it? What is it? Go lay down. At that moment, I decided to get a second job just to buy a lawnmower. And I did. I got the driving job that I had that y'all saw me have. And that I traveled with y'all a good bit. So I got a job just to buy a lawnmower so he wouldn't touch it, so he wouldn't complain about me using it, all that stuff. So, and I did that. Renee was here on vacation. I bought a new one, and she went and helped me pick it up, and all was good. Well, while I was at work, okay, so Mama kept on to me about, well, use it. He'll help. He'll mow your yard while you're at work, and he'll help you, and all that stuff. Well, all the help he ever did me was mow a streak from here to down there. Okay, so, and when I would mow, I would go mow Mama's yard first before I would mow my own. So then, one time he brings it back and the front left tire was low. He didn't bother to fix that. And then it got to where it wouldn't start. So he had either jumped it with a car or something and overcharged and burned up the battery. And then, like, one of the brackets was knocked off, so the deck was like this. This is my new one now. And then my big tire. Okay, so then he was mowing tall grass while it was wet and stretched the belt. Oh, it's been an ordeal. But, you know, Mama says, when Mama asks me to do something, I'm going to do it, whether I want to or not, right? Hey, Katina. And then, but even though I told him no, he went and bought a key for my lawnmower and used it while I wasn't here. So, I mean, there was nothing I could do. Can't lock my garages. He's going to bust in a window or break down a door, or whatever he needs when he needs it, right? Oh. So it's just been, that's the part that makes it so rough on me. I don't, you know, things have to be maintenanced and things have to be taken care of. But when I specifically got a job to, hey Tina, when I specifically got a job because he snatched me off a lawnmower that I had kept up, the one that he acquired, but he didn't work, so I bought all the belts, I bought all the anything that needed done to it. I had it served. I bought all the stuff for him to change the oil in it and stuff. But then when I got my new one, even though I said no, he went and got a key made and just took it like it was still his. Then he broke mine down. And then I don't know, you know, and then we went through the whole thing about when he, you know, because the crack-a-lack comes over the hill every day, right? I went through a whole ordeal. I just simply asked him to please have your crack-a-lack not turn around in my driveway. This is a dead end, but he has a driveway down there. So then he pitches all these fits and everything. How does somebody that not had a job in like, he's lived here off of me since 07. Well, I mean, even though, you know, I had 2 keys to that lawnmower, Linda. If I had wanted him to use it, I would have given him a key. But even before he got a key, he was hot wiring it somehow. And then I guess he was just disconnecting the ignition switch and jumping it. I guess, I don't know. I'm not a criminal. I don't know how to think like that. But then we went through the whole ordeal of like, when I needed some help paying the property help. But he has lived here. Part of this property is supposed to be his one day. That over there. But Uh, but he just went and got a key made and just used it like everything. And then when he tore it up, now he's gone and spent his stimulus check that he didn't even work for, uh, and bought him a lawnmower. But whatever. I'm just, I have, well, as long as, ugh, I don't know. Well, I mean, look, I can't. Part of the thing is, I need to be able to just use my own machines when I need to. I'm buying all new yard equipment, um, and then, well, and if it wasn't Mama saying, do this, do that, and he's the baby, and he lives with her, so there's only so much I can do, because I'm gonna do whatever Mama says. So I'm just, yeah. Hey, Kelly. I bought me a new weed eater. I bought a new, I mean, I can't even get him to get his scrap appliances that he has gotten from people, which it's okay. He's always worked in the buildings up here, the upper garage. I've never said anything about it. But when I can't even leave my stuff in there without him destroying it, or like, I can't even use my workbench up there because his stuff is just all over it now, now I'm wanting to do some woodworking stuff, and I've got nowhere to do anything up there. Uh, and then he's always said I'm so controlling and everything because I keep my yard equipment in the house, like all of my new hoes and shovels and picks and what else, my chainsaw. I got my chainsaw fixed. It cost me over $300 to fix it, and I'll just be danged if he's going to use it. No. Um, well, I mean, Nancy, he's always been one that somebody always owes him something, and I'm all this controlling because I just want my things in working order when I get ready to use them. I just want my stuff in working order. But when I have to air up a tire, and then I had to go have it fixed because it had a hole in it, and now it needs a belt because I have to literally fix the belt in a certain spot, um, in order to, uh, for the blades to kick on. So the belt is stretched where he mowed wet, tall grass with it and didn't care, because now that he's got his new one, I hear him turning off the blades when he goes across the driveway and all that. But when it was mine he was using, those blades kept on running. Well, I don't, I've just, I'm not a hook. Oh no, that's a pencil. I'm sorry. It's just a pencil. What does it have on it there? It's a liquid mark pencil. It's one that was in my giveaways, except that's a rock star playing a guitar. So that's why I kept it out of my package. Well, then all the stuff came up. Yeah, he definitely doesn't care. He cares about himself. And then Mama says, well, he'll help you. He'll help you. No, he won't. He's never has. That's why the gutter's falling off the house on the other side. Is because he said he fixed it, but he didn't. He literally just shoved it back up in there with a nail with a until it fell again. And that was several years ago. Whatever. He's only here as long as Mama is, Jennifer. Is there something in my hair? I keep seeing something that looks like a bud or something. Am I fuzzy? Oh, yeah, Linda. And Laura Lee, I saw what you said about the uh, frog. So, yeah, send me a picture somehow. Uh, I'm going to, I parked in my small garage. I mean, in my lower garage that's attached to the house. So I guess I'm going to have to move it over and put my lawnmower in there too. It's sad when you don't have to worry about outside people messing your stuff up. It's terrible. And then I hate to put it on Mama, but I know she has to hear it. And just like yesterday, she bought dinner on the way home. Hey, Karen. We stopped at Captain D's on the way home from the hospital, actually, and she wanted to get food to take home. And she wanted me to come down there and eat. And I'm like, no. I mean, I would like to go eat with Mama. I would like to get a lunch and maybe go to the park, although she needed to go home and lay down anyway, right? But um, I just told her, I said, the way Mark is, and then now my nephew has gotten all upset and angry with me about this, that, or something or other, and he's back down there. I said, between both of them just disliking me the way they are right now, I'm not coming down there to put that on you, you know. And, and see, that hurts her too. But I mean, it kills me to watch the crackalack come up here and turn around every day. Every day. It's every day. And then on the weekends, if it's early enough, then it comes back before bedtime. It does an after church run, both at lunch and dinner. But anyway, it's just, you know, it hurts Mama too. So that's the main thing with me too. So I just told her, I said, I'm not going to come down there and him be a smart aleck and me not be able to say anything about it. Because if I say anything back about it, I just get the same crap I did last week about being so sorry. And that some of y'all were here in live the day that he sent me all those text messages about, I need to put that up. That's getting dangerous. Um, all the text messages about how sorry I am and, all this stuff. And how I need to fix my roof and my house and all this stuff. What does that even got to do with the fact that I asked you for your drug dealer to not turn around in my driveway? Just deflecting the issue, I guess. Anyway, that's the reason I've been trying not to come on live at night because I know y'all love the frogs. And I do too. I love sitting out here. Except, well, the skeeters are, for some reason, they're on me right now. So I keep scratching my leg. It just upsets me to see that. And knowing Mama's down there, it's just. But I called a buddy of mine that is supposed to look at my truck today. Jumper, I think it's the alternator because the voltage is dropping when I'm driving. And normally my voltage is way up, almost 14. But yesterday it was running down around 11 until I got almost home. And then it was kicking up where it should be. So I don't know, maybe the belt is loose or something. But I got a buddy supposed to check. But my cousin is coming down from North Alabama because tomorrow is decoration at where my granny is buried. And so my cousin's coming down to clean graves because we are the old folks now, right? Um, and I'm supposed to go meet them and clean graves. Help clean graves. And then tomorrow's clean graves today. So, anybody else having decoration down here in the South this next week or two? I have a feeling nobody will be around, but uh, last year, I guess me and my cousin were the only ones that showed up, and his wife. Uh, well, and I had a brother type person. Well, yeah, Sherry, but as far as decorations and reunions and stuff, we're the only ones left to keep it going here. Um, but I had a guy that I grew up with. It was always like my brother is Mark, but this guy was Mark, and he worked with my dad forever. But he was like a brother because he always went camping with us and everything. And he passed away last week or 2 weeks ago, and we didn't get to go to his funeral either. And he was more of a brother to me than my own, I guess. That's sad to say. It's just sad. And then I try to do the right thing and be nice and everything, and then I just get crapped on again as far as my own brother goes. Well, then, my daddy's family reunion, my daddy's mama's family reunion has been in Aniana up there. I did a video on the mountain at my reunion last year, I think. Hey, 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 where you going? Where you going? Uh-oh. Up at Palisades Park, which is one of the highest. I know I did a video there because I had my knit crate with me, and you could see like seven. No, that's not where you see 7 states. That's Chattanooga. Where you going? Come here. I take your chain off, and then you jump off the porch. I can't chase you. Okay, there you go. So anyway, I'm gonna get some coffee real quick. I'll be right back. Back out this way. Hang on, hang on. Come on. Watch the birds. I'll be right back. Oh. Anything happened while I was gone? Morning, Mary. Who did I miss? Anybody? So yeah, I kind of got to juggle a couple of different things today. Gonna try to hear from my buddy and try to get him to check my truck. Um, oh, that's So yeah, I need to go help clean the graves and try to get my truck fixed. But then too, I need to. Hey, Dee. Thank you, thank you. I haven't seen Charlie's thing yet. Her shells. What am I hearing? Um, when I was mowing this week, though, what are you doing, Goliath? Oh, Lord. Okay. So, yeah, disconnect him, and then he wants to run off, but then I connect him, and he just lays down. I don't know. Anyway, so while I was mowing this week, first, well, you can go now. You're attached. Go. Well, he can't even hear me. There's your boy, Teresa. Is Teresa still here? There's your pretty male. You can go, bub. You can go. It's okay. You can go. You can go off the porch. Down here. Okay, lay down. Lay down. Don't knock my phone over again. Go over and lay down. Nothing down there, bub. I keep hearing what I... No, that's not a rattlesnake. It's a bird of some sort. Which way you going? Okay, here we go again. Now lay down. I try to leave enough room for him now between me and the thing. Where you going, Karen? Whoa, there goes my coffee. Oh, Karen. Get out of bed and do something. Yeah. That's the only reason I leave my alarm set every day now. I just try to get up, you know. Hey. But anyway, so this past week while I was mowing down here by Freddie's area, I don't know if you can see it for the... There's a wall. I don't know. Where's the fountain? Okay, so this end of the wall. Okay, right here. Let me see if I can... Right there, this end of the wall. Okay, I was coming around it. I've been trying to cut the bushes, which that was another piece of equipment I had to rebuy because for me. This end of the wall, there is a snake. And every time I would come around, I just barely saw him. And he's huge because, I mean, there are no little snakes out here. And, oh, that sounds good, Karen. So every time I came around the wall, I would steer clear of him. He's way down there, and that's cool. And, I would go around him a couple of times. And then there for like 2 days, thank you, Dina. So every day I'll walk down there with my camera trying to get a picture of it because he's just been hanging out down there. At first I thought it was a black snake like a moccasin, but then I don't think it is. Did you get the I've had them in my dining room and in my hall though. Linda. Well, he was down there, D. He was down there. So that's the reason I didn't bother him. And, you know, he looked like he was on the lookout to do his job, so. Hey, Marianne. So, yeah, I picked up a lot of Was it a rattler, though, Linda? In your house? Oh, see, that's what would give me a heart attack. These snakes that I know aren't dangerous. Where's Goliath? Eating grass. Um, these ones that I know aren't, oh, well, thanks for coming, Karen. Have a good day. Hope you're feeling better. Like I say, I'm running about a week behind on videos, so I need to email you about your pattern, too. So, but you know what, Linda? Every time you see one, every time I see one, it's a rattlesnake, too. My daddy was the same way. But I jumped a ditch one time because we were out picking blackberries, and I thought I heard a rattlesnake. Yeah, the yo-yo doll pattern. Yeah, that's the one. So I'll email you about that, and you can let me know how to get that to you. Um, but yeah, it's just that time of year around here, and it's one reason I worry about leaving my front door open because, well, there's no screen. The dogs have all taken out my screens over the years. Um, but then my front door used to have, what is it, bud? My front door, Zeus came up missing a while, back when he was still with me. Excuse me. Um, and when he came back, he literally about chewed my front door off to get in the house. That is when I started like leaving the door cracked when they would go out at night, so that they'd bring themselves back in. And so my front door doesn't, my screen door or whatever doesn't have glass or screen in it anymore. So it worries me about leaving it open to get air through the house because of snakes and because how many I've seen on this front porch. And I mean, right there's my wood pile from when I used to use my fireplace, but the wood pile's still there. And I mean, I see a snake skin in there every year when it gets this time of the year. But that's one of my goals this week, though, is to get that side of the porch cleaned off, too. Hummingbird. Because I have like a little wood burner, a little fire burning thing that I'd like to sit outside and, whenever, get my little sitting area together. But yeah, I'm afraid to leave that front door open, but I do. That and windows. It worries me to do it, but yeah, I'm wondering about this thing on my, oh my gosh, no. We've only seen one copperhead here back when Daddy was still alive, and he was out here on the tractor. Uh, hey, Jay. Um, when he was out here on the tractor with Preston, when Preston was a little kid, the one that's living here now, or back down with Mama. Um, and Daddy ran over it with a tractor. Uh, and it was still wiggling or whatever. So when he came up to the house to get a gun, uh, it, of course, it went away. I hear the turkeys chirping too. Well, we'll have to buy it from KB Fibers. It's for sale, Linda. Uh, but yeah, I'll get. I think I have your email address, right? Um, but yeah, I bought those tomato plants this week. I need to set out. I got a lot I need to do. Ugh. In addition to sewing masks and going to clean the graves off for decoration tomorrow, and wait to hear from Mama if she needs to go back to the doctor. Uh, Dee, I went and got her yesterday. I thought, yeah, I told her, yeah, I was on live with you here and there. Uh, but she had they called it an aneurysm of that incision, so, but she had bled, like, instead of bleeding out, she was bleeding between her skin. So they put, school bus driver 7, okay. You know, this pencil's not even sharp. Um, ah, from what it sounded like was, uh, was like they were going to inject it and break it up and suck it out. I don't know. That's gross, but somehow they were going to do that. But she said that there's still a knot there this morning. So I'm going to write that down, Linda. Go ahead and take it down so nobody tries to send you a bunch of junk. School bus driver 7 at Yahoo. Let me write that down real quick. Look at the pretty red bird on my feeder. Are you still attached? Oh, okay. I hadn't even opened my knit crate. Yeah, go ahead and delete that, Linda, if you can. That way nobody tries to send you, or can you? Okay, okay. I wasn't sure. Hey, Sharon. Um, email me your email, Dina. To, um, uh-oh, buffering. Buffering. last month. Has anybody else not got the... Oh, I think I got an email about my Darn Good yarn. And I didn't get my knit crate canceled like I was going to, but they haven't billed me for it yet this month. Has everybody else already gotten hit with PayPal for knit crate? Oh, of course they would send me some that I like before I get rid of it. I don't even know what all colors there were. And for some reason I thought this was the one with the Kool-Aid. Because how did I hear about that like 2 weeks ago? And I thought it was Jane Wynn. I got purple. Sugared Sport. But I haven't got... oh, have you been charged for it? I haven't been charged for it. Maybe I won some and they're letting me have it. Maybe I won some for like putting my picture up for 3 months. But wouldn't they send me a message? Lapis. Superwash Merino. Sport weight. 300 yards. Ooh, pair. I haven't been charged. I'm usually hit at midnight on the 1st. Midnight on the night before, of course. So this is pretty. My hands are so rough from washing them and sewing that I can't tell if I can... Well, then it shows there, though, isn't it? Man. See, for some reason, I thought the Kool-Aid was last month. I don't know. Because they haven't been putting their previews up until after the 1st. And I thought we got sneaks. So, our colors. I got charged for... I got charged for Darn Good yarn, but I haven't received last month's yet. I ordered some things from Darn Good yarn. I ordered a cutting board and a looks like we're gonna have some pretty weather. Thank you for the prayers. And I go through Bluentsville all the time, so you'll just have to let me know whenever we're allowed to see people. And you said your daughter just moved there? Yeah, I just saw the preview for the Kool-Aid one, but have a good day, Donna. Well, my thing about Knit Crate is, there was another one I was wanting to order. But anyway, the thing about Knit Crate with me is, I don't think anybody has joined in order to help me with some points. I don't care about, making money or anything like that. But nobody's joined on there for that. Plus, I don't use it. I gave Mama one, and I've used one in almost 2 years that I've been doing it. And it's all really good yarn. I think what I need to do is just go ahead and go in there and get them all out. Plus, those boxes take up a lot of room. Well, Linda, if you order, you can order 1 month. I wouldn't order, I don't know that I'd order this month unless you want some plain white yarn with Kool-Aid to dye your own. But you can get your first month, and if you will, just go through me. Order my, order on my link. Oh my gosh, where is my link? And then you get your first month for $5, plus I get like some points or something. And that's really the only reason I've even kept Knit Crate these last 2 months is because I've had points to burn from where I bought stuff. And like when I share it and all that, you get reward points. But you can get your first month for $5, I think. But go through my link if you do and get me some reward points if you don't mind. If you don't, I mean, if you want to, it's you know. I'm not a very good salesman, am I? But there's my halo. um, yeah, the Kool-Aid, I think it would be pretty if you could, like, sprinkle it somehow and make it pretty, but I just don't see me being able to. Mine would end up like the brown that she had. um, what's the other one? I bought a lot of Easter egg dye because they had, like, the, I don't think it was Paws, it was that Dudley Bunny one or whatever the knockoff version is. I'm trying to get my cord over here where I can see my poison oak. This is one that hurts though. I don't know if that's poison oak though. Is Rebecca the chick that does that did the preview for Knit Crate? Is that her name? All these little kids running all these businesses just drives me crazy. Oh, Kim Knits, okay. Well, I know she kept referring to Kim Knits, and I've heard a lot of people talk about Kim Knits. I would like to do some of the sprinkly kind. What doing? What doing, sir? That purple Knit Crate's pretty, though. That's about the prettiest one I've... oh, Goliath sniffing it. Well, okay, Mary. Thank you for coming in. And thank you for thinking about Mama and asking about her. I know everybody does. But I try to thank everybody. What are you doing, sir? You going in? Until I disconnect him, and then he's going to... Those are all beautiful, Teresa. That makes me think about decoration, too. Your crosses, my cousin was going to clean graves, and we were going to put flowers on it today. But if I get out there and my truck won't crank again... Raspberry. But that's... Lay down. Lay down. No, don't. I don't know how hot it's going to be here today, though. I don't know if I want to go clean off graves. Go lay down. And I don't know if I want to be that far away in case Mama has to go to the doctor. What is it? What is it? And he's been extra whiny all week, so I don't know about... That's why I haven't gotten any more masks done than I have. Between that and taking Mama to the doctor, I guess I've just been pretty busy this week. And I've been wondering what I really want to do, the kind of yarn that you have to, you know, smell your house up with acid or vinegar and stuff like that. Although I have an extra... What is it? Okay, wait. Okay, go. Go lay down. Go lay down if you're going to. God, just lay down. I didn't mean come over there so you could jump off the porch and run. Sir, lay down. But yeah, I bought a bunch of Easter egg dye because I've seen people use that also. He's gonna knock that thing. I knew that was coming. I got poison oak there too. Now Mama hasn't gotten hers, Dee, but she's on SSI too, or she's on SSI. So, and I was trying to check it to see if there was a date or anything that they might come in, but they're not. They're just saying the non-tax filers, people on pensions or SSI or disability or whatever, it just says that the IRS is working with needs says that the IRS is working with your agency, whether it be disability or railroad or whatever, so that it will work with your agency and get it to you as usual. So I was thinking Mama's would probably come. Well, she gets she doesn't file, but she gets SSI, and then she gets a pension from where she worked, and I can't remember which one she gets on the first and which one she gets on the third Wednesday. One of them is the other. Have a good day, Linda. Hey, Terry. Hope your day is snake-free, Linda. I mean, I got mine a couple of weeks ago. But, I mean, it's already come and gone. Made a couple house payments, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even expecting when it came. Because, like, what was that, 08 or 09 or something, when we got that little $300? I mean, it seemed like it took, like, 3 months to get it or something. Yeah, I've been trying to get you to get some ice yarn. I want some of that, well, I don't know. I don't even need Rockstar or Rockabilly or any of that mess. I still I ordered back when Krista was loving Gumball. Still in its little packs in there. Who's leaving? Donna and Mary? And have a good weekend. My laptop monitor has covered in pollen just since we've been sitting out here. Yeah, I just got my letter a couple of days ago. But I mean, I got like the first round of checks, I guess. Because I mean, I follow my income, and I don't think it matters really, but I know it did say that tax filers got theirs first, and then the others will come, but there's not like a date on there saying. Well, hey, Crystal. Thank you for watching the ad. I thought you already had Rockstar. D, wasn't that what you did your... Oh, okay. What's your color? And I mean, I still have ice yarn from, when I first bought ice yarn back. I need to wipe my screen off. I gotta get something to wipe my screen off. Hang on. I can't even see my monitor. It's so cloudy now from pollen. Where you going? Oh. You can't get in my chair. Well, come this way if you're coming. Let me buy. Please and thank you. Move. It's just a tissue, sir. He thinks anything in my hand is something he should eat. Should have seen him when I brought that fish and shrimp in yesterday. Ooh. Now he's gonna... Oh my gosh. I needed a squeegee for that. Eh, can't believe. Oh, well, is the Easter egg dye that we got, I mean, is the, what we're getting from Knit Crate cotton, or is that, I don't even know what he wants. I'm like right here. He does this to me all the time. I think it's because he can't hear anymore. I think he cries a lot. Hey, you. Now, here he goes. It was a trick. I knew it. It was a ploy to get me. To get me to moving. Yeah, Linda. It definitely works on cotton shirts, right? What are you doing? Okay, come back across. Come back across. Lay down. Without hitting my stand. This is another reason I was wanting to get like a huge... oh, okay. And see, I can't imagine anything not working on cotton because cotton sucks up everything. Like Linda said, shirts. It works on shirts. But anyway, I have Kool-Aid too. But yeah, mine would probably end up like the brown one she had. It would just be all mixed up and stuff. Because I would love to have, um, I haven't yet come up with a pattern, but I mean, I have millions, so. And I get subscriptions to Crochet, two different. Yeah, I'm just not sure which one. Well, that's not really a pattern though. I want to do that round baby blanket of Krista's at the Secret Yarnery. I want to do that round baby blanket. I'm working on a heart fillet for my sister right now. I get two of them, Terry, and I'm not sure which ones they are. They're both from Annie's, though, I think. Is somebody else leaving? You're always working on some good patterns, Crystal. I've asked people over and over again to test. To let me test. And I mean, I know I'm a babe in the crochet woods, but it's just like I told KB Fibers, I don't knit, but her pattern was clear enough that a non-knitter uh, could follow it. So then, to me, that tests your pattern pretty good. Dang, Laura Lee, send me pictures, or I mean, I'm sure Terry, she loves having pictures on her page too, because Terry will be hosting 1 month, won't you? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can follow a pattern, Crystal, but I've asked a couple of people, like, I mean, who was it I asked? Of course, it was a couple of pretty big people, but then I hear people that I know that may have started about the same time I did testing for these people, uh, and I'm like, well, God, I could have helped with that. Um, Cherry Hearts wanted something. And then Rosina, Ziza Rogers, they wanted something that I knew I could probably help with. It wasn't so advanced. And I offered to help them, and they were like, oh, well, we'll think about it. Wrong answer. I mean, but then, I try some simple little pattern like Jenny had on that sunrise shawlette. And then she made me feel kind of stupid. So I don't know if I want to test anything anymore. Excuse me. And I'm sure Yeah, Laura Lee. Email me pictures. Oh, you said you can't get it to. Hang on. Download to my computer. So, are you taking pictures with your phone? There's some birds on my feeder. Is that my pretty red birds? Daddy red birds on the ground. Oh, I bet you can't see them because I bet that glare's right there. Anyway, bright daddy red birds on the ground, and the females. I saw a male red bird knock another one off of that feeder the other day, and they were scrapping. Uh, well, Laura Lee, I wouldn't mind giving you my phone number so you could just text me pictures if you wanted to. I'm trying to think of another way that you might do it. Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure Jeannie didn't mean to make me feel. I'm sure that's more of my own thing. Knowing how long I haven't been crocheting, you know, uh, so I'm sure she didn't mean to like make me feel like that, but I think it's just how she talks or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I mean, she doesn't test her, so other people, we all understand wording in our own way. What is it, Goliath? What is it? What is it, sweet boy? Um, so people have different understandings of terms, I'm sure, because terms aren't universal. People say different things, just like her Charlotte. Hang on, Bub. Her Charlotte said every other pattern, all the fillets that I've worked, which I am pretty clear. Hey, oh, he's got the whole bottom lip shivering and everything. Come here. I mean, he's just sitting in the door like, what? What? I'm right here. I'm right here. What is it? What is it? Well, come on. Let's go get a treat or whatever. What I can't understand you. What? Oh, you're going to pick up and run with that, are you? So, anyway. Yeah, like, her pattern had some wording a little bit different than what I have heard before, as far as where most people would say chain one, skip one. She was just backwards, skip a stitch, chain one, something. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. It's just kind of some of it's worded differently. What is it? You just went in full of treats. You have food and water. You're outside, unleashed. What more could you want, sir? Um, but it's okay. I still have toilet paper for like a month. I mean, I guess because I'm here by myself, so I don't really go through it a lot. But I don't even care about that soft, squishy stuff. I don't squeeze a Charmin. I prefer Scott. I mean, it just lasts longer and it's not really that rough. I don't even like cottonelle. And I don't like that stuff with lotion in it that slides. And I mean, you get what, 1,000 sheets of, I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, I buy like a 12 pack of Scott or 24, I can't, or something like that. I mean, it lasts me months. But that other stuff, like I say, I don't even like that stuff with the lotion in it because it slides and you can't tell if it's done its job or not sometimes. Yeah, see, I don't even do 2-ply. Hey, Sally. I don't even do the 2-ply because it's just so it's so thick. I don't like putting all that down my toilet. Me too, Laura Lee. I've always had, or I've always tried to. Now, I have stocked up more like on soups and stuff that wouldn't like go bad for so long. But I've always had like soup and tuna and canned stuff. I mean, I learned in Y2K, and I never. I mean, my daddy stocked up. I mean, he had barrels of water and stuff. Even though we're on a well, but you know, if just like I said this time, now people didn't even think even further, like and they were out buying all this stuff that had to be refrigerated and everything. Okay, so what if everybody um what if everybody got stuck at home, like everybody, even essentials weren't allowed out? And I mean, I know that's probably not, you know, I don't know. Uh, I mean, I'm talking like Mad Max, where like there is no electricity and stuff. So, you know, you need to stock up on dry beans and non perishables and, you know, stuff that's going to last a while. Like, I don't know. What did I see the other day? Well, you know, I've seen a lot of ads too, like on here. Um, I saw some toilet paper in somewhere yesterday. I had to stop and get what did I have to stop and get? Oh, washing powders. Because I mean, since I had all this poison oak on me, I've been washing. I just washed all my bedclothes, but I'm washing them again. And I have a strange little. Oh, see, I think you know I ripped out one. It's supposed to be a 9 point, I think, because it ended up with 8 points, which it still looked okay, but I just didn't really care for it at that time. But you know, I try to have. Oh, anyway, I had just washed all my bedclothes, and with since and he makes a bed like a cat. He'll get up and he'll turn around and he'll pull his bed and he'll push it with his feet and pull it with his teeth. So it's been many years since I actually slept in a convention or a traditional bed type setting. I have slept on. I'll put a comforter down and then I'll just have blankets. And even when Chris was here, you know, we would have separate blankets because Goliath would get between us. Or like now, these blankets, these Mexican blankets, like I get at the was getting at truck stops. I've sewn two together because Goliath will get up, get under the covers, and then he'll turn around and wrap it around himself. So then it pulls it mostly off of me. So I've sewn two of these together to prevent that problem. But I mean, I haven't slept with true sheets and pillowcases and stuff in years, just because, you know, G is my king. But too, I mean, you know, he tears stuff up and he doesn't mean to. But anyway, so I stopped for washing powders. There's my squirrel rabbit hole. stopped for washer powders yesterday, and I think they had toilet paper in there. But what else? I think they even had alcohol and aloe vera. But I got mayonnaise while I was there because I bought some tuna and stuff. Um, um, and like the mayonnaise, I thought they were out of mayonnaise. I didn't find any Worcestershire, of course. But anyway, so I just keep a list when I run out of stuff. I write it down. So while I was in there getting washer powders and stuff, I thought I'd grab this other stuff. Um, but the mayonnaise was way over. Like, where was the mayonnaise? It was like with the pickle relish and stuff instead of with ketchup and mustard and other condiments. It was weird. But yeah, been trying to wash all that because I had on gloves, and I don't know that this is poison oak because I've never had poison oak that, like, I don't know if you can see it. Not trying to be gross and show you sores or anything, but I've never had poison oak to come up like that with like and swell all around it. And I get poison oak every year. I'm not so terribly allergic. I'm not overly sensitive to it, but poison oak is poison oak. You don't have to be allergic to it to break out. So I get splattered with it every year. And usually it's Goliath that brings it in on me. He brings it in and gets it on me. But I knew I had pulled some leaves down off of the trees. The trees have a lot of vines on them, and I try to pull them down because I know they will choke my trees to death. Now the sun's just right there, bright and shining. All kind of stuff flopping around. Uh, did you say you were taking pictures with your phone, Lorley? And if so, do you have Google? If you take it with your phone, then you could email yourself from a you could email yourself from a text and see if you could download it that way, or it would save it in Google Docs. I mean Google Photos. I'm gonna have to take Goliath in and get his shot, I guess, for his hips and back seems to be not feeling too good. But see, I can't even do that because they're doing they're only doing like curbside something there too at the vet. Hadn't thought about the vet. I need to call and see if they need masks. I'm trying to make masks for the people that have helped me over the years first. And then my sister has been tagging me on people's pages that are looking for masks. Yeah, I love the Scott. I mean, like I say, it's not as soft as that lotiony stuff, but it does the job. I wouldn't even consider it John Wayne toilet paper either. It's really not that bad. And if your butt is that sensitive, you need a bidet. You just need to go ahead and get you a shower. I can't say that. I'm a country girl. I can use some leaves and corn cobs and stuff if I have to. What time is it? I guess I need to try to get in touch with my cousin. See, I got so many irons in the fire today. I need to get in touch with them to see about cleaning graves, but I need to wait on my buddy to think about checking Bessie and hear from Mama. And I don't know what these are. They look like sweat bees, but not really. Have y'all had like an overabundance of sweat bees? They're not really sweat bees though. They're little tiny, they're like skinny sweat bees. All over the place. I probably need to get off here anyway. I mean, I'm sitting here at almost 2 hours, right? I just thought y'all might enjoy the outside for a minute. All right, Sherry Kay. We'll be here. You know, above all, I need to get a shower before I do anything. And I need to cook some muffins because I bought milk the other day, like a dummy, and now it's going to go bad in a few days if I don't make stuff with it. I bought it for a specific reason, though, and I don't remember why. I have stuff to make. Hey, Lori. And Junker Necker? Junker Necker. Good morning. I mean, I hear the geese coming from that way. Hearing all kinds of stuff out here this morning. Yeah, there's the geese. I hear them. But why are they flying south again? Y'all hear them? I think those are the same geese that have been Alabama. Where are you at in Alabama? Those are the same geese, and I think they've just been circling. I don't think they know where they're going either. I'm in Bammer too, Junker Necker. I mean, because those geese fly this way. I'm near Birmingham. So you're up north, yeah. North Alabama. And here they come again. They're coming back this way. If I'm not mistaken, these are probably the same geese that have been doing this now for a couple months. They'll come this way and then they'll turn and go back that way. Isn't that strange for geese to do? Okay, there they go that way again. They are circling because now they're going back that way again. And it's just two. And that's all it has been since like February. I've seen them a few times. Yeah, I'm down near Birmingham, just above Birmingham. Thank you for joining us this morning. It is pretty this morning, isn't it, here in Bama? Am I mistaken in thinking, my thing fell again, it's Talladega weekend? Shouldn't we be at the races? Yeah. Ah. Yeah, you know, my buttercups bloomed in January, February. And then my dogwoods bloomed bare before Easter when, you know. Well, this is just two geese. Albertville, okay. My family's at Eva. My mama's family's at Eva. I'm going up 231, and I almost cut up across. I rode to Aniana this week on my motorcycle, And I almost went up to Sneed's Crossing and turned left and come back down, what, 278, I believe? Almost went that far, but as sunny as it was, Kentucky Derby, well, like I say, I thought this was Talladega weekend. You think this day and age, the geese would have Georgia? My daughter's in Georgia. She's in South Georgia. I'm wondering where what's little Chickie's name and her husband that lives in the tiny house? She does stuff from the truck. This isn't it. Oh, well, I couldn't remember if it was last weekend or this weekend. Because I was that was my, oh my gosh, Goliath. Okay, Crystal. We'll see you somewhere else, right? I'm sure. Have a great day and weekend. Thank you for joining me on the front porch this morning. Yes, Courtney. I'm wondering where she is, because she's, dang it, Goliath. I mean, he's just like going back and forth, back and forth. And there's like this much space, and he's just wanting me to go in. That's all he's wanting. I couldn't remember, though, I mean, the whole year is so thrown off. And I don't even know. We're getting messages now about Pool League. They're not even going to have our nationals. Even if things are open by then, they're not even going to have nationals in Vegas till like November, December. Which would be okay, because it'll still be 115 degrees out there. Okay, here he goes again. Ah! Lay down, sir. And he's so used to me being at home that I won't ever get to go back to work. Oh, darn. Well, anyway, Courtney says that they are in South Georgia or Southeast Georgia. And I wonder where she's at, because, you know, Renee is in South Georgia, right above Tallahassee. But yeah, I hadn't kept up with much racing since there's not an Earnhardt in it. I mean, you know, one of my Earnhardts. And I mean, all the good old guys are gone pretty much. I never cared much for Jeff Gordon. I mean, he's not racing anyway, I don't think. I don't even know who's racing anymore. How sad is that? My 2 weeks vacation there every year. Goliath, lay down. I would spend a week in spring and a week in the fall at Talladega. And that would be my vacation. And now I don't even keep up with it. Kind of sad. I used to know all the stats and everything. But I found a bunch of material where way back when I was making pillows. Victoria, these little bees that are flying around is driving me crazy. Well, I never went infield, but I would go get I would always have my tickets. So then I would go and see my buddy. Okay, I met a lady there one year, sort of, that there was, I would always get my tickets, and then I would go up on Tuesday, or that was back when the campgrounds would open. Hey, Ida. That's back when the campgrounds would open on Monday, and you could stay through if you wanted to, and even like through Monday and Tuesday of the week after the race, stuff like that. But then they started tightening down. Some guy got struck by lightning, and because he had an iron pole run up the dang for his flagpole, and whatever. Anyway, that was not even smart anyway. So I met a lady there that we were talking about a family that their trailer had burned, and they had actually put some of their appliances from their house in the trailer to come to Talladega and whatever, because they were going to be there a week. They were cooking, they couldn't afford food, the thing we do at Talladega at the races. So I met this lady uh, online, and we started talking because we wanted to help that family, and put out the word to get people to try to help them and stuff. Yeah, it was Victoria. I just couldn't. My screen is all piling up again. Um, so I met this lady, and she's called Miss Talladega, Ms. Talladega, and she meets all. She gets hot passes for every race, and so she was posting pictures this week, the past few days, of all of her memories from Talladega. So that's the reason I was thinking it was this weekend. But yeah, that was good times. I miss it. Because, I mean, I didn't care. It didn't matter. You could go to a race and you didn't have anything to eat. You didn't have anywhere to stay. Somebody was going to fix you a pallet to sleep on or a chair under a cover, and they were going to feed you. I mean, that was just one big family out there. But I would go Tuesday and get my sticker for the North Campground. And then I would, what else? And then Tuesday night after league, because for some reason it always fell on playoff week, I, me and the ex would take, or one of the exes, oh my gosh, I've been to Talladega longer than I have in my last couple of shackies. Anyway, so we would take the camper up on Tuesday night, and if I had to go back for whatever reason, because I'm only about 45 minutes from there, um, if for any reason I didn't stay Tuesday night, then I would go back up Wednesday, and the ex would drive from work every day. He would go by the house. He would come by the house if we needed anything that we forgot. But we had an RV and a trailer that we would park, and then we took so many people up there that had never been before that that we would end up with a whole corner of in the campground with tents and everything. So we'd go set up, and you couldn't mark the stuff. You couldn't mark the places off or anything. But it was so great. I miss those days. I miss all that fun. But then I've gone with as little as $100 in my pocket or a couple of grand. So, I mean, there were times I would just take a whole payday or two with me. Ah. So my meaning is, you would be taken care of. People would feed you and take care of you and bring you in like your own. My best story ever was one time I was going to a race, and a buddy of mine was supposed to go with me, and I already had my truck packed. I had a little Ford Ranger, uh, and I already had it packed down with tents, and I've gone to anywhere from just tents to the RV and the pull behind trailer and everything. Uh, so I already had all my tents. It was just me and a buddy of mine going. So I had tents, cooking gear, coolers, all that stuff packed down, clothes. Uh, didn't know how the weekend was going to be. So you never know how the weekend's going to be. So you take cool weather clothes and you take warm weather clothes. And I didn't get to get up there early and get my spot because my buddy couldn't go till last minute. But then at last minute, my buddy got sick and couldn't go. So um, I found another, but I was still going to go regardless because I had my ticket. So then after I got up there, I had another buddy that said he would come and join me. And but I went up there with my truck, my truck, and loaded down. And I was driving around North Campground, and this was like on no, it was on a Friday. So of course it was already packed and everything. Anybody that's ever been to races knows how that goes. It was already packed, and couldn't find a parking place, couldn't find a camping place anywhere. So I was just driving around, and then I just stopped in the middle of the road and was just about to cry because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm always here early. This never happens. Now I can't find a place. Blah, blah. Poor, pitiful me. And uh, this little older couple, uh, little old guy and his wife had an RV, big, like a big, uh, a big RV. The one that had like you know, it was like a bus or something. It was huge. And the little old guy came to the edge of the road and he said something about, um, what's the matter, little darling, or something, you know. I mean, you know how us Southerners are. Hey, honey, come on. And I was like, well, you know, and then I was like, I'm just looking for a place, and I can't find even a little tiny hole to put my little, my little tent in. And I said, I'm just a little frustrated, just sitting here gathering myself. He said, well, honey, you just pull on over here and get you something to drink, and you know, and they had a pretty good area, you know, a clear little area. But if you can, you get a nice little area so you can throw cornhole or whatever that stuff's called, or you know, just sit there and set up for people to be picking and grinning all night and whatever. And we'll sit there and jam, or you know, just sit there and watch people, or you know, have a big enough area for a fireplace and all that stuff. Anyway, so he said, well, you just pull on over here, get yourself together, get out of the middle of the road, and get you something to drink. And we got a bathroom in there if you need it, and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, which I knew people there were so friendly and everything. He said, we got a fresh dinner's, lunch is ready, or something like that. And I mean, because this was like, I guess lunchtime, or getting up early up there. You know, lunchtime was probably about 10 or 11 o'clock anyway. And he went in to get me water or a cup of ice or something. Um, and when he came back out, apparently he had talked to the little woman. And so she came out behind him and she was like, hey, come on in, you know, make yourself at home and all that. And he said, well, you just pull your truck around here and my boys are going to unload for you and everything. And you go in and wash up whatever you want to do. And my boys unload your truck. You're welcome to set your tent up right here. Like, oh my gosh, at this point I was in tears, right? So then I went in and came back out, and her sons, their sons, or one of their buddies or whatever, was unloading my truck and just kind of setting stuff out. And then they said, if it's okay, you know, unless you just want to, my boys are going to set your tent up for you so you'll be out of the way of traffic, and so you be able to sleep if there's a bunch of noise and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just couldn't believe. You know, and my buddy wasn't even there. I was like, well, I got a friend coming, but plans changed last minute and all this stuff. They said, that's okay. You just sit down and relax, and my boys will set you up over here. And I was like, oh my goodness, you know. And even though they were there, did you just eat a bug? He usually won't eat bugs. And even though we were there, you know, they didn't like, we visited and stuff, but they weren't like overly crowding. They didn't come and, you know, stay right on top of me and say, do this, do that, or anything. It was just so sweet. And my buddy finally got there about dark. He had to work that day, my alternate buddy. And then it was a good weekend. It turned off kind of cool that night, but one of the most beautiful full moons I've ever seen at Talladega that night. And just sitting out there and enjoying it. I'm about to cry just thinking about it now. Because I mean, it's just so, just like our yarning community here, you know. Everybody's so friendly, and Are you a subscriber, Junkernecker? I try to keep knowing who's near enough to me to visit every now and then. But it's just like yarning community, you know. So many people will just bend over backwards for you and send you anything you want. And thank you. And stuff you don't want. I mean, you know, you don't even have to say, I'm broke, send me something. People just catch on. Or not even that you're broke, it's just that you want something that you're not necessarily going to buy for yourself. And I mean, Talladega and the other races are the same way. I went to Atlanta racetrack one time, and we wait, did we camp there? I don't think we camped there, but it was still real friendly like that. And I mean, people just breaking their necks getting down the walkway to help you, you know. But then, just like I was talking about earlier, you got family and friends right here on top of you that wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire. You know, I mean, how strange is that? Why do people think they can just treat you any kind of way? I mean, I guess they, I guess people just realize they can run over you at an early age. I really don't know. I don't know what they're, I don't think like that because even people that have screwed me over so many times, I'm still willing to help them. Anyway, that's my story for today. And after I got to where I couldn't go to the races and stuff every race or go and stay like I wanted to, I didn't go. At some point, I think me and X were just at each other's throats so much that we just didn't go. We just didn't have any fun anymore. And so we didn't go in year. I sat right here in front of my big screen, all geared up with my beads and my Dale Earnhardt chair and my uh, hat and my beer. And back when that was when I was still drinking. Um, I'd sit right there in front of that race, my face plastered to that TV. We were there actually, I think it was '05. Was it '05? When they filmed Talladega Nights. We were there that race. And it rained Saturday when they were going to film it. Saturday morning, it was raining. The track was wet. It had rained. Because they were going to do it during the bush race, or whatever the bush race is these days. Um, and they didn't get to do it because the track was wet. And it was raining just enough. Oh, yeah, nothing's the same without that number 3. And now that Junior's not racing, I mean, I miss all the old guys. Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin. You know, the fabric that I found earlier, or last week or two, has the number 2 Rusty Wallace, the number 5 Labonte, and the number 18 Labonte. I have the number 36 M&M's car fabric. Number 3 Dale Senior. I don't think I have any senior left. And the Rusty Wallace, I was going to send, I have some, we were making pillows, like throw pillows, uh, because there were panels of that fabric. And then I would back it with checkered flag material and sell those. Yeah, it was so sweet, Dana. I mean, it was just awesome the way that they said, "Well, pull on in here, my boys, unload your truck." Didn't know me from anything, you know what I mean? And but I guess dude could tell, and it was an older couple, you know. It was like parent type age difference between us, and it was just so sweet, you know. But yeah, that's how everybody was at Talladega. I mean, I've known people that came in there with no money or had some bad luck that and lost money or they would people would just take them in and feed them and stuff. Now, of course, if I've got enough beer, I would share, but like usually there was never enough beer back then. That's the only place I have ever woke up and drank beer within like a couple of hours of waking up or wake up drinking. Yeah. Never stop. I don't drink anymore, though. Coffee. That's about it. I think I just got tired of it or something. I don't even know why. It was never good for me or anything like that, but... And two, when I ended up by myself, I didn't have anybody drive me home. Going out and drinking and coming back. Trying to get home. I didn't have anybody to drive me, so I think that was one of the main reasons I quit. Plus, somehow it quit being fun. I don't know that it was ever fun. But anyway, yeah, I miss the races. But I miss my drivers on the field too. I saw Elliott Sadler flip two different M&M's cars when they were like the 6 though, or the 42. M&M's car was something else before it was 18. And I don't even like that little turd that's in. Is he still driving the 18? Whiny Bush. I don't even know. I literally don't even know who's driving anymore. I watched, excuse me. Who was it had such a bad wreck? Matt Kent, a few weeks ago, and they put up all the screens and shields, and everybody thought, I mean, it was just almost a repeat of what went on with Senior when he passed. Marianne, I've got a 12-pack. Well, have a good day, Junker Necker. Join us again sometime. Thank you for coming in. Neighbor. Neighbor-ish. Have a good weekend. Looks like a pretty one here in Bama. I've got a 12-pack in the dining room that has been here probably 2 or 3 years. I don't even want to go look at the born-on date on it. It's Bud Light bottles. Ah. Oh, okay, Terry. Well, hey, Madonna. Enjoyed the shows this week. Thanks for taking me along. And then watching one dude just lives like 5 or so miles over from me. The what's his name? Mr. Rich. And then I was watching, what was the other dude's name? Lonnie. Uh, Watching him that night that he was drinking tequila, and that may not be yeah, Mr. Lonnie lives like, no, not Lonnie. Who was the other guy that was with hey Vicky? Who was in there that night that they did the live with Mr. Rich and TR and the other guy that y'all all know more than the rest? I've heard D talk about him before too. The dude that was drinking the tequila. I would say Lonnie Mack, but that's not right either. That's a big musician. I think he's from Texas, but he said he was a Bama fan. Uh, Leonard. Okay, yeah. I enjoyed him too. But yeah, Mr. Rich only lives like, he said like the Center Point side of Pinson. So he's like just across highway. Like over, do y'all remember me going to the Butterbean Festival? It's just right down from that. That is the middle of Pinson. And then Dana, Wanderlust, Dana and Dooley. Oh, Leonard lives in Georgia. Okay. He said he's a Bama fan though. Um, And then Dana and Dooley just came literally 15 miles or less from me yesterday. And if I had seen her message when it first came in, I would have gotten there and at least waved at her from the interstate. Me and Goliath would have done that too. We would have loaded up and gone sat on the side of the interstate. Tequila was my buddy when I was drinking. Tequila was always my buddy. I never had like crazy stuff happen like I hear a lot of people talk about. It didn't hang me over. And I mean, I wouldn't drink like drinks. I would drink shots and slammers. Oh my God, I love some slammers. I would drink margaritas, but they had like too much. I didn't like triple sec. I don't like triple sec. It was bitter and all that salt. But yeah, if I had gotten Dana's message when it came in, but I was trying to sew. I was waiting to hear from Mama. My dinger kept going off on my phone from Messenger. So I just had to quit listening to it. I had to quit listening to it. So it figures the one time they she was coming back through Birmingham. I mean, literally through Birmingham. I mean, she was right there. Right there. About 12 miles from me. And by the time I found out where she was, oh, Goliath just cut a good one. What you smelling? It's not me. You're the one that did that. By the time I got her message, she was coming through right where I needed to get on the interstate to wave at her. Because I would have stood in the back of my truck. I would have parked on the side of the interstate and stood in the back of my truck and said, "Hey!" I'd have pulled a Forrest Gump on her. Granny Hillbilly. Granny Clampett. Now it's time to say goodbye. What is that song? You and all my friends. Yeah, Madonna. That's the second time I've missed her, though. Last time, though, she didn't come through Birmingham. She went down south and went... There he is. There's your boy, T. He just keeps coming back and forth and don't know what he wants. He wants me to go in, but he wants to come out, and then, you know. Oh, now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. I'd like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. Yeah, I know, but for some reason, all right, D, thanks for coming in. I'm probably going to get off here. I need to get in touch with my cousin and check with my buddy on checking my truck and check with Mama first, mainly to see how she's feeling. She still had that knot in her. Yeah. I'll invite her back next week to this locality. Okay, here he goes again. How did that little spider just get right there? Yeah, she went in yesterday. Well, I guess I don't know who all I've told, but what? We're fixing to go in. We're fixing to go in. I don't know what your deal is, buddy. You want to lay in the sunshine, then you don't want to be in the sunshine, and then you want to go in, then you want treats, and then you want to come back out. But she had an aneurysm under the skin from her incision where she had the heart cath. And so they went in and they somehow they either shot it with something to dissolve it. Hey, you. Hey, hey, hey. Where are you going? Okay, you just gonna lay down? Lay down then. They shot it with something to kind of dissolve it. Lay down or we'll have to put you on your thing. And then it sounded like they went back in with another needle or something and kind of sucked it out. I really can't tell. But, hey, Noni May. But then during the night sometimes she said she still had that knot. Oh, Goliath. She still had a knot in the incision spot. Now, as much as they have pressed on it and pushed on it and pulled on it and all that stuff, I can't imagine it probably is still bruised and knotted up. I mean, they said it would go away. I just don't know how long it was going to take. Oh, he just keeps coming back through. I mean, she came home, let's see, day before yesterday, she went back in. And then yesterday I picked her back up. And then sometime during the night, she still had that knot in her groin area, in her incision. He's pretty whiny today, Noni May. He keeps walking between me and the camera and knocking it. But then he wants to go in, but then he wants to come out, and then he wants to get in the sun, but then it gets hot. It's such a... He's such a booger. That knit crate is sitting there just looking at me. I wish it would tell me what it wants. As well as those spiders. Y'all remember the spiders that had the twirly eyeballs? I won't show you this time because I know it bothered a few people last time. I know people have problems with spiders. Don't look at me, dude. You're not going to jump over here on me. It's almost like he's looking at me with one eye and the other one's still twirling. Go away. Go away. Go away. See if I can get him for you without... There he is. Hey, G. I threw his poison oak. Where was it I saw the thing about the red apple, the red cider vinegar, the apple vinegar, about, was it poison oak? That it was talking about to soak paper bags in red vinegar, cider vinegar, and then spread it across your... I thought it was somebody on Facebook that had that on there. Soak paper bags in cider vinegar and spread it across your arms. I mean, spread it across your poison oak. Like I said, I'm not sure about that. I'm almost beginning to wonder if that's a spider bite or something. But then again, I scratched it before... I started scratching it before I realized it was poison oak. Because, I mean, there's skeeters out here and stuff, so whatever starts itching first is what gets scratched. Oh my gosh, this is a long show, Tina. My show's longer than yours today. But it's so pretty out here. And it wasn't so cold this morning. I'm just sitting here enjoying it. So I put Caladrill on it. And then last night, you know, Mama, whereas I'm a firm believer in, like, Epsom salts fixing everything, right? Mama's the same way about Vicks Vapor Rub. And both of them are. Both of them are some miracle. They do some things that you'd never imagine them doing. But I remember at some point, I remember Camp Fofanique also helped with bug bites and stuff like that. I put some Camp Fofanique on this stuff last night. Oh my gosh. You talking about burning me up. Woo-hoo! Set me on fire. Like that one. That one and that one are open. And it's just because I scratched it. I mean, I've heard about Preparation H being put, like, for wrinkles and stuff, too. I just don't know. I don't know which I want tighter, my butt or my face. But yeah, But I saw something about the Preparation H. I mean, not Preparation H. Cider vinegar. And paper towels. I mean, paper bags. Not paper towels, but craft paper bags like you get at the store. Hmm. But anyway. I guess I need to start getting some stuff done. Like I said, I need a shower before anything, but by this time of the day, I need to do stuff that's going to get me dirty again, so I might just wait. It's amazing the things that fall out of order when you're home for day in, day out. I had somebody tell me, too, that mustard, and I've done it before, like burn your hand on a stove or something, put mustard on a burn. I think I got a steam burn at work one time from a coffee maker. Not a steam burn, but like the hot water that comes out of there. I think. Now that dang spider's way back over there on the wall again. That little turd is getting his workout this morning. $27. Where's everybody from? Do I know everybody that's in here? Probably so. I've had a couple come in this morning that I didn't know. That Junker Necker. I'm not sure I knew who that was. And then there was another one. But, I do the same thing. I mean, I'll sit there and be working or something and Southern Middle Tennessee. I hope everything gets back in order so we can do our Deep South yarn crawls again this season. Because, I mean, we had just started them down here. Oh, that coffee is really still hot. Okay. And Noni May, I've been hearing a lot of people say that, and was it you that said you're unsubscribed to everybody all the time? I haven't gotten a notice for you in a while. I need to check to see if I've been unsubscribed. I don't know why they would unsubscribe you to people that you see all the time, that you go and do all the time. Well, I only went to the one last year, Terry, but it was so fun. And I swore I would go this year because they're adding. I didn't get to go to the couple in Tennessee, although I was right there at Huntsville and Madison. I should have. Um, but I didn't. It's like a pub crawl. I mean, you go to different yarn shops that's in the list, and you get yeah, Noni, I don't ever know it though until I don't see them for a while, and then I run across them somewhere. And then I'm like, well, where have you been? uh, but yeah, and you get a card, and then if you go to all of them, you get it stamped each time. You have to do a certain thing at each one. You may have to buy like a minimum $5 or just sign a book or, just something. Or post it on, just, you have to do something to get a stamp at each one. And then if you fill your card, then you get to, this one you got put in for a grand prize of some sort. But then you also get to register um, at different at the different ones for different things. And I won, and I don't even know where that is. Some Shibui, is that it? Yarn, Japanese silk yarn. I don't even know where that's at, and a pattern and everything. I don't even, and it's like mohair. I mean, I'm not gonna use that. Mama said she didn't want that mess, but I mean, it was nice. It's nice. I won. Oh my goodness, Madonna. See, I don't check Facebook like that, and I'll end up with 100 messages in no time. And then, but like, I queued up 130 videos that only caught me up to 6 days ago. I mean, gosh. But April's over now, so I guess all the videos will kind of slow down a little bit. But everybody's at home, so everybody's making videos. I'm not. I should be, but I'm not doing it. I'm sewing. I've been sewing masks, and I think I'm gonna sew through this weekend. Uh, hey, Marina. Morena, is that correct pronunciation? From Montana. Uh, but I just can't get caught up. And I mean, I'm not entering anything because by the time I catch the videos, then the contest is already over. I didn't even get in on Holly's birthday thing this year, and I always try to get on it. Morena. Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you for joining us. Well, I keep thinking of people I want to send to. I mean, I gave my mail lady 2. I gave all of my doctor's office 2 each. That was like 40. And then I sent Renee probably 6 or 6 or 8. Well, I sent her 6 the first time, I think. Oh, and then who else? Oh, another friend of mine wanted some Auburn ones. Ugh. Material. No, I still have a couple of those left. I gave 2 to her and 1 Auburn one to my mail lady. 1 to my brother. I don't know why. I mean, he'll probably wipe his butt with it. I don't really know. But anyway, that's me. Still trying to be nice. I think I have 2 Auburn left and 2 Alabama. But I kind of want to sell them, but I'm not like no special artist or any, seamstress. My seams are crooked, and my uh, stuff that I put inside of it gets crooked when I go to sew the edges. And I mean, it does the job, but still. I've seen people charging up to like $20-something for those things. I mean, I don't think they even have like N95 in them. I think they just have like what I'm making. I'm not charging nobody no $20 a piece for them. But it seems like they're worth more than 5. Just the effort. I mailed 2. I did some Alabama ones last week, and I mailed 2 to Renee and 2 to the 2 Auburn ones to my friend. And in a bubble pack, and it cost me $4 mailing. How much, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for them, Victoria? Because, I mean, and at that point, when it cost me $4 to mail them, that's more than, I mean, that's almost what I would probably charge for one. I mean, I don't know. Gosh, it seems like the work that goes into it is worth more because I can't mass produce them. I can't sit there and sew them one behind another like I've seen Jane with Scraptastic do it. Uh, do they have the N95 in it though? Hey, Kim. Oh, okay. Well, I saw Jane had some too for like $17, I think. But now I think hers on Etsy are more than if you call her direct because I think Etsy charges you extra and stuff. They charge you handling and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not sure. You know, we have enough word of mouth. I see everybody that we hang out with here, right? Like Jane and Ella and Billy. They have pockets for filters. See, and I don't know about them costing $10 a piece. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably talking out of turn here. Jane is a good sewing person. I'm not. So hers are probably way professional. I mean, 10 is a good price, though, I think. It's just that, I mean, I've seen some, and I guess hers are more on Etsy because she has to pay all these handling fees that Etsy wants out of you. Etsy sends out pleas for people to make things in a time of need, but then they don't cut any of their fees or anything to try to help everybody, you know? I mean, I know they have a company to run and all that, but it seems like they would, like, cut some of those fees or something, at least for a little while. And then that thing where they charged y'all, the people that have Etsy, they wanted people to, um, want people to offer free shipping, but they want you to go up on your prices rather than them reduce some uh, reduce some of their fees to help you with that, to recover some of that. I've heard more than one person. I've heard more than one person talking about the fees on Etsy. And two, like I say, you know, Billy and Ella and Jane, our word of mouth and people here in the community that wants the things that we make just because they don't want to make them. I'll buy a project bag because I don't want to make it, you know. I mean, or stuff that I can make, but I don't think I know how, or, you know, whatever. But we support each other too, so like, just like, little chickie, what's her name? Mary, Moonfire Crafted. I wish I could have bought every one of her bags that she had, but they were only like $10 a piece. And then if you bought two, they were only like 7, or they were 10, but shipping was included. I mean, gosh, hers are a lot. She quilts hers. I mean, she like pieces, little pieces together and everything. And see, that's one thing from that's me, Naughty May. I've got a bunch of pieces left from making these masks. Goodness. Excuse me. That's what I say about this pollen. I don't have allergies or anything, but uh, this pollen's enough to choke me. Um, I've got a bunch of pieces left from making all these masks, and they're all going to be squared up a little bit. I wish I could, now some of the pieces that will equal the width or the size that I need, um, there's your frogs. Some of the pieces I have are big enough to sew together to make another mask or to make a project bag or something. I'll probably hold on to those, but I'll probably be looking for somebody that wants pieces when all this is done. I would love to learn how to quilt and quilt pieces together, or just sew pieces together to make project bags or just anything. Well, I do that, Laura Lee. Uh, I've done it once, but it didn't seem to save me any time. Just because, like, one side has to have a hole left in it, and then, like, but I guess the finished one, and I'm not fast enough. I can't just zoom them through there and then put another one and zoom it and put another one and zoom it through there. I can't do that. Um, but, you know. But anyway, I guess I'm going to have to get off here. He's been restless, and I've been on here longer than I usually am. And I do need to check on Mama and check with my cat. Going to come and check on my truck. He's just a whiny but he's so spoiled. But, too, I think he's lost his hearing, so I think he tries to make noise to know that I hear him. Because I can come in the house, and he'll be looking out the front window looking for me, and he won't ever hear me coming in unless he feels the vibration in the floor or something. Uh, and then he'll be looking out the front window, and I'll mess with him sometimes. I'll say, did you lose your mommy? It always reminds me of the scene in Star Wars uh, where Yoda asks, he's teaching the younglings, and he asks, did you misplace your constellation or your solar system? Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna check on everybody and grab him before he runs off again. And I guess we'll see you in Granny D's live after a while. And I may try to come back on at some point, depending on the weather and all that stuff and the skeeters. Somebody said put a fan out here, so I'll just have to. Or lost a constellation, did he? Or something. It was so funny. It's one of those lines I hang on to. Um, but anyway, depending on the skeeters and everything, and if I can find a quiet fan to blow them away, because the cone thing or the incense things that I burn out here for mosquitoes seems to help, but I just hate that it's blowing in my face and glass everything, and then I smell like it. So. But anyway, well, y'all have a good day. Hope your weather's good where you are and stay safe and all that good stuff. And if I come on live, hopefully you have your settings set to where you can see that. And I'll try to catch some frogs this weekend. Not catch frogs, catch us on the porch listening to frogs. There you go. And hope y'all have a great day. And thanks for all the prayers and love for Mama, too. And I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Stay safe. Bye.